And I'm sitting again in the chair of house 2, the small house of the Knap of Howar. I'm just looking around the room. There are here separation, and then here there's obviously a doorway, but it's these thresholds are interesting. The curbs. There's another slab which separates, of course, this forecourt or whatever it is from the rest of the house, and this is done the middle room, so to speak, with the hearth, and no further. And this is the cairn, I'd say, and but there's no specific anything else there. And then I have to get up to get into the kitchen area, which I think was the kitchen. And the sun is shining now, it's much better weather now. But yeah, this must have been the kitchen. And since that is the kitchen, and this may have been the dresser type of thing, the dresser in the other houses of Skara Brae, well, may have been a kitchen kind of thing, and not only to display all kinds of things. Although I think that if they displayed anything on these things, it would be skulls and bones and whatever, the things they were really quite interested in. This is the small house, which I prefer over the other one. This has more character. And again and again, I don't believe that this house was built after the other house. There's no sense in making thinner walls, making a smaller house, making a lower entrance, all kinds of things. And here again, the seat from where we looked around. That then seems a baby seat, but that's probably not. It's just a recess, probably. Maybe this was not a chair, but I prefer to believe that this was a chair. This is the doorway to the other house, and there the entrance. Like Koines, this house is also built of water-worn stones. They've rounded, you know, like here, these are typically rounded, and for instance here, huge pebbles, not there. You see there's quite a difference between broken and very straight-edged blocks and these pebble type. Usually it's a mixture of both. Here there are other soft edged stones. What I want to say by this is that this is more likely to have been from the same time as Koines was built, and not so much earlier as is suggested by the radiocarbon dates. I'm not a strong believer in radiocarbon dates, certainly not when there are not so many, and when they are completely out of the picture you would expect. And certainly not when there is a rerun and it turns out 1,000 or 1,500 years earlier or later. That's what happened here, for one thing. And from the entrance here, where I'm sitting, till the end of the room is 6.40 meters, and the widest part of the middle room, from there to there, is 320. That's the half of it. So that's an interesting fact, that they had this proportion. 2 long and 1 wide. see if the other room has something similar. This is the other room, and this is 970 by 4, nearly 450. That's the widest I've been measuring here. So that is not exactly the same as the other, but it's coming near, certainly. But this is quite much bigger then. From 640 you go to 970. Well, that's a difference of 330. That's nearly another half on top of the 670. Well, there's still something, there's kind of arithmetic there. Okay, anyway, we've seen this now. It looks like a Zen garden.